Yes, dear students, Old Man at the Bridge, Ernest Hemingway, is narrating a story of an old man who is so tired and in a migration from his native place to another place where he was told to go. The old man's condition is something that of all people were affected by war. Ernest is trying to tell to us, the students, that the bad impact of war, what it can bring to the poor people, more than these old people. The government machinery is just to set rules and regulations, and they don't have any way to resettle these people. We are seeing today in the corona, thousands and thousands of people, migrant workers, walking kilometers. We wonder how they could walk 1,000, 2,000 kilometers across country and they are never heard. Similarly, here is an old man who is tired and sitting on a bridge, and where the humming has come to cover. The humming was a war correspondent covering the Spanish Civil War. Old man demonstrates the power of native art. His simple way narrating the story in chapter 2, the old man at the bridge. Come back, come children, we go on to this lesson, The Old Man at the Bridge by Ernest Hemings. The first paragraph itself is a narration of who the man is, how the what is the condition of the people, and a narration. An old man with the steel rimmed spectacles and very dusty clothes sat by the side of the road. There was a pontoon bridge across the river, and carts, trucks, and men, women, and children were crossing it. Many were passing migrant people walking due to the war, and they were war-affected areas to another maybe camp somewhere else. They are moving. The mule-drawn carts staggered up the steep bank with the bridge, with the soldiers helping push against the spokes of the wheels. The trucks ground up and away, heading out of it all, and the peasants plodded along in the tangled deep dust. The old man sat there without moving. He was too tired to go further. He was so tired. People are moving. Not only when the mass of people, a big group of people moving from one place to another due to war, like we have seen in the Kargil war, all those people from the Kargil sector, they were all evacuated from there because it's a war zone. So if they are there, the shelling and everything will affect, and then maybe the damage will be so great. So during the wartime, they will be told to evacuate from these places to go to a safer zone. There may be tents and people like that. So same thing they happened here also. So let's go further to this lesson and see what that it tells. It was my business to cross the bridge, explore the brigade, bright at beyond, and find out to what point of enemy had advanced. I did this and returned off the bridge. There were not so many carts now and very few people on foot, but the old man was still there. So we strongest will go. Who can walk, who can carry their things, they'll walk. What about those children and old people and even sick people? Their condition in these situations is very, very bad. Today, when we are recording this video, we could see the condition in India where people, several stories where they have been attacked, they have been killed, they have been harassed by the police, they were not allowed entry, they were caught and fire, all these things. So here is the what this man all have left, and this man, old man, is sitting in the on the bridge. He is at the top. Where do you come from? I asked him. From San Carlos, he said and smiled. That was his native town, and so it gave him pleasure to mention it, and he smiled. From San Carlos, his native place, and his mention of his place, he smiled. I was taking care of animals, he explained. Oh, I said, not quite understanding. I'm taking care of animals. That was maybe his job. He had some animals. So the Ernest was not that convinced that what type of work he was doing. So he is told, yes, he said, I stayed to UC taking care of animals. I was the last one to leave the town of San Carlos. He did not look like a shepherd or a herdsman. He was not looking like a shepherd, a herdsman, because the way you see that Rajasthanis people come to India, we know that these are all people who are looking after these herds. But it was something different. I looked at his black dust clothes and his grey dusty face and his steel rimmed spectacles and said, "What animals were they?" "Various animals," he said, and shook his head. He had to leave them. I was watching the bridge and the African looking country of Eboro Delta and wondering how long now it would be before he could see the enemy, listening all the while for the first noise that could signal that the mysterious event called contact, and the old man still sat there. So it still is a war zone, and this man is unable to walk, and he just was in conversation with this man. What animals were they? I asked. There were three animals altogether. There were three animals altogether. So he had not many, he explained. There were two goats, a cat, and there were few pairs of pigeons. These were the animals that he had. And you had to leave them? I asked. Yes, because of artillery. Artillery means war. Captain told me to go because of artillery. And you have no family? I asked, watching the far end of the bridge where a few last carts were hurrying down the slope of the bank. No, he said, only the animals I stated. The cat, of course, will be all right. A cat can look out for himself, but I can't think what will happen to those others. What politics have you? He asked. I'm without politics, he said. I'm 76 years old. I have come 12 kilometers now, and I think now I can go no further. This is not a good place to stop, I said. If you can make it, there are trucks up the road where it forks for Tortosha. Yeah, here is the old man so weak, and he said, I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician. I'm not a part of anybody's group. I'm an old man is suffering due to this war and affairs. Kindly, we go to the next video. We'll find further what happens to this man. And thank you for listening. Stay inside, stay blessed.